What is up, YouTube? It is Drake here, and today I want to tell a story of the first time I ever smoked heroin. Now, before I start this video, I gotta say that I do not condone the use of any substance. This is simply just a story from my past. I do not use hard opioids anymore. It's probably been over a year since I've used, actually, no, not over a year, but over half a year since I've done a hard opioid. When I was homeless, I did Dilaudid and fentanyl a few times, and now the only opioid I use is Kratom, and I do not consider that a hard opioid, although it is still an opioid. Let's see. So, again, one more thing before I start this video. I am not making this to glamorize heroin. Heroin simply just feels really good. That doesn't mean it's a good thing, though. And anything I say that sounds like I might be talking positive about the drug is simply me talking about how the drug made me feel, not my view. It is not my view of the drug as a whole. Anyways, so this story takes place like over 7 years ago. I was only 17 years old, and at this point I had tried hydrocodone and morphine and oxycodone, but I was afraid of heroin, even though it's pretty much all the same shit. My friend came over. My friend, he texted me, "Hey, can me and so come over?" I said, "Yeah, come over." And, they came over, and my buddy's like, not my buddy anymore, but my buddy at the time, said, "Hey, want to smoke some drugs?" And I'm like, "Yeah, like, what do you have?" And he's like, "Guess." And I'm like, "Oxy?" He's like, "Nope." I'm like, "Salvia?" "Nope." And I'm like, "Dude, just tell me, like, what do you have?" He's like, "Heroin." And I thought he was kidding at first. I'm like, "Are you kidding? Like, you're joking, right? Like, I'm not gonna fucking do that shit." And he's like, "Oh, dude, come on. Like, you did cocaine last night. Just, come on. And he was this guy who was very good at talking people into doing drugs they normally wouldn't do, which I think is fucked up. I don't like peer pressure. I don't even think it's okay to like peer pressure people to smoke marijuana. Like, it's just never okay to pressure someone to do a drug. And I remember in the future, he was like, first I was proud of getting all these people to try heroin, and now I'm having second thoughts about it. I'm like, really, you're having second thoughts about getting people to try one of the most addictive drugs there is, and you at some point were proud of that for some reason. I don't get it. But anyways, we go to my trailer and we start smoking it, and I am, a little worried, a little bit worried, but not too worried. We smoke that, and then I think we go into my room and we smoke a bowl, and then they eventually leave. And once I'm alone with my thoughts, that is when I realize how powerful heroin is. So pretty much, I was just thinking of something that always 100% made me sad. Did not matter what drug I was on, it would make me very upset when I thought about this. And I thought about it while I was high, and I'm like, wait a minute, I don't give a shit about that. And it wasn't just me lying to myself. Like, I truly, in that moment, did not fucking care at all. And I'm like, oh my god, like, this drug is great. It's not great. That's just how it felt. And I just laid there, felt very warm and light, almost like I was floating or something. It was just a very pleasurable experience. And yeah, that's about all I remember from that day. But I woke up the next morning thinking I was gonna be sick, and now I'm gonna be addicted to heroin. But the thing about heroin, although we tell kids you do it once and you get addicted, that's a lie. We shouldn't tell people that because, well, it's just simply not true. But also, it's dangerous because what happens when you're not physically dependent on opioids, when you wake up in the morning, if you've taken like a high enough dose, you will actually feel better than if you had not taken the opioid. It's what's called an afterglow. So it seems like it's all complete bullshit, which, the 1 day thing is. It's going to take longer than a day to get addicted to it. And yeah, we should just be honest about, this drug is very addictive because it feels so good. And if you're doing it regularly for a certain amount of time, you will start getting sick without it. I think we should just be honest so there's, no confusion at all. And yeah, but anyways, that's about the video for today. But hope you enjoyed the video, and have a nice day.